certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good morning and welcome. Did someone get retarded last night? I think someone might have got retarded last night. That's all right. Gave me a reason to go through my phone and take some more screenshots. Oh boy. I wish I wasn't so stuffy. It's not drugs, don't worry. But oh boy. I cannot wait to watch this. So, I guess my old friend Nick decided to go face down in the pillow and get himself completely fucked in the ass yesterday, from what I'm hearing. Great idea. Whoever he's working with legally, great idea to tell him to stream. Great idea. He said, and we'll watch the clip. I haven't seen the clip yet. But the quote I heard was that everything I've said runs like counter to the truth. Let me just clarify. You mean when I said before you were busted that there were drugs in the house? That thing that I said, that you and I have both taken part in those drugs before? Which you showed up on a stream with white fucking powder on your nose. Were those the things I was saying that run counter to the truth? Or the texts and photos that I have about the 4-person relationship? That running counter to the truth, motherfucker? I'd keep my mouth shut. Honest to God, out of respect for your family. Honestly, out of respect, some of this shit I can't show the world. I'm going to jail for revenge porn, motherfucker. The shit I have? Are you fucking insane? Ooh. Out of respect for your family, don't go to trial. That's all I can say. Don't make me do what I might have to do in the legal realm. Jesus Christ. Some of this stuff publicly will never be spoken in my entire life. But, dude, screenshots of text messages alone, brother. You should have. I know you have a lot of pride. We all do. I know you have a lot of ego. We all do. But most of the shit that I've been saying is just bruising to your ego. It's the truth. It's what happened. I've talked about my life, what I've experienced, what I've seen. You happen to be part of that. But for God's sakes, man, don't make this any worse than it already is. And every time he opens his mouth, he just digs himself deeper and deeper. It's fucking brutal. But we'll watch the video. Everything I've said runs counter to the truth. Well, so far, Everything that's come out publicly has been stuff I've said, and I've 100% fucking nailed it. And as far as the condition of the house and what the cops found, when that body cam comes out, it's going to be 100% what the fuck I said it was. Now, as far as the actual case and all that stuff, I've already said I'm not doing any more speculation, talk, anything like that about my stuff. My story's been told. But as far as the shit I've already got right and the shit that hasn't come out that I've gotten right, I know that he's trying to protect his pride, his dignity, and his ego by saying the stuff I've said about the relationships is not true. Don't. I mean, some of it I can't. Some of it to release I mean, the degeneracy we all engaged in, I can't show a soul. But the texts I can show, dude, this is, I gotta be honest, it's fucking desperate. The only thing I can think is that maybe he did it to get me to over-respond and like overshare. Otherwise, it's just fucking insane. It's just crazy. By the way, funeral director with $2 says, no canoe today, please. Woot woot. Why don't we do this? He's implying he's going to fight the charges. Yeah, Kyle Broflovsky says in the chat, batting 1,000% so far. Oh, boy. Super happy fun time. He didn't really say that, did he? Oh, boy. That would be... Now you're just fucking with me because that would be sad. K-Fall in the Great with $5 says, you can see Nick visually get upset at Aaron's dick game in this video. Wait, what? What? Disco, good. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. All right, I know Geno's not going to be here for a little bit. Why don't we watch this real quick, and I'll get my response. Oh, this is, I mean, he said that I'm sure he didn't say this. He said that you kicked April out of the house and she had nowhere to go. She cleared out. So that's, I mean, I've told that story. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's get the big reveal.
Doc, if one says, does Aaron...
47 seconds. That's all I got was 47 fucking seconds? What? 47 seconds of screen time? That's all this is over? Oh, he still looks fucking... Oh, my God. He looks like he's aged 10 years since the last time I saw him. Ooh, let's get a lower quality camera, hey. Let's go ahead and do a lower quality on the cam, as it were. Ooh, I mean, look, he's been through a lot, so I mean, I get looking like complete and utter dog shit, but ooh.
Aaron still have visitation with Kayla? I don't know. I haven't checked with the county. Nick Naylor says you might have already answered this or refused to, but any comment on what Aaron said, not the legal parts. Like I said, all of this stuff will probably be addressed in time, but
oh yeah, it will be.
Best I can say, and the simplest I can say, is that the truth.
Oh, let's do a little body language here. Are we looking up and away? Isn't that usually a good body language indicator that you're about to tell a fucking lie? Maybe that's why he stares at the corner demon so much. People who have substance problems, which Nick may very well have, I mean, I would say he does, in my opinion, they tell a lot of lies. Don't I know it? So maybe that's why we're looking to the corner all the time. All right, I'm excited. Sorry, guys, I'm excited.
Simplest I can say is that the true story lies somewhere divergent from
So
pretty much any orated story.
that's it.
As for Aaron, he'll say what he says. People can assess him for who he is without my input.
That's
I
it.
hope he makes $1 million.
Oh, man. All right. So he couldn't bring himself to say I'm lying. You know what? I'm sorry. People had me all juiced up thinking that he said I'm a liar. Wow. So he couldn't even bring himself. That's good. That was a little more honest than what I'm used to out of him. Well, I'm glad I didn't go a lot harder. I was really ready to fucking go on that one. That's not so bad. You guys on the internet, you get people so worked up over shit. Dude, before the show, I'm sitting here screen grabbing texts. I'm ready to throw them all out there. Here you go. So he didn't say, he's not as dumb as he looks. He didn't say I'm a liar. People can judge him and his stories and his character and this and that. Okay, that's fair. Now, he did say that the oratory you've heard, and he was talking about everyone here. What was that line?
The parts. Like I said,
The visitation to Kayla line was funny. And I will say this, at the beginning, yes, I did have visitation rights. After I came out with all this shit, yeah, I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed. I'm pretty sure that's done.
all of this stuff will probably be addressed in time, but the best I can say and the simplest I can say is that the true story lies somewhere divergent from pretty much any orated story.
Lies divergent from any orated story. No, it doesn't. I mean, you're going to have things that you saw that I probably wasn't there for. I mean, Nick, if you want to, like, I've heard stories of what we've all done. I'm not telling any of those because I don't know if they're true or not. Just saying what I saw. Saying what I was there for. And I was there for a lot of it. Divergent from the orated stories. I mean, I've nailed it so far. And that's, again, I'm not saying like I nailed it like I'm picking winning lottery numbers. I'm just telling you what my fucking eyeballs saw, what I experienced, and what I did. The truth is not going to lie divergent from that. I don't know what to do. Hey, did I say anything about guns before they raided your house? No. You know why I didn't say anything about guns? I never saw any guns. So it's not that I'm just out here to bury somebody, just telling you my story, telling you what I saw. So that wasn't so bad. You guys made it sound like he called me a liar. He didn't really call me a liar. He said the truth. He goes, all this stuff will come out and that your version is divergent from the truth. That's a douche way of calling you a liar. No, what I took for that is that he said any orated story. He said, basically, he's saying everything everyone's been saying, the truth lies divergent from that. Ooh, I mean, that's not bad enough to drop these soul-crushing receipts. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you the actual reason why I don't just want to flood the internet with these. One, it looks cheap. Two, authorities may need them eventually, and I'm not going to put them out there publicly and, fuck all that up. Number three, it's right now I find it unnecessary and it could cause I don't want to hurt like anyone in his family, if that makes sense. Like, basically, how do I put this? A lot of the receipts I could put out there, I don't think Kayla deserves that. You know what I mean? I'm being a softie, essentially. And I don't think I need to put those out there. It's not very nice. But as far as like what he said there, I mean, in a way, I almost want to defend him because, like, what's he supposed to say? The guy's fighting the accusations. The guy's not pleading guilty yet. The guy's not looking for a plea deal or anything like that. Look, if he takes a plea deal and he has to, plead that, he did possess drugs, like if he pleads to a lesser drug charge, then, I mean, that is admitting that everything I've said is true. Everything I've said is correct. So that would make that statement he just made a lie. So I don't know. That it really isn't. That wasn't that bad, you guys. You guys are trying to stir some shit up. In fact, he's already said that before, hasn't he? I mean, didn't he in that audio stream? Or was it the drunken passed out stream where he said Aaron's going to tell stories? Yeah. Like true stories. So that really doesn't. That one wasn't as bad as you guys thought. I got to be honest. I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed on that one. Funeral director with $2 says kind of toolish to find receipts before watching clips. Well, these are receipts I should have been grabbing anyway. I mean, why take screenshots when I already had them in text form? But this way, in case I needed to come out today and go, here you go. Here's what I got. Like if he would have come out in detail, I was expecting that to be like a 5-minute clip and boom, 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 boom. He would go, like if someone's lying about you, you go point, 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 point. Here's where they're lying. And you prove that they're lying. And then I would take what I have and go boom, 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 boom. Here's the truth. Boom, right in your face. He didn't do that. So I got to be honest here. It's kind of like I was pacing back and forth. I was in like a locker room getting ready for a fight. And then all of a sudden the other person went, I guess I'll see you some other time. Okay. So yeah, that sucks. I thought that was going to be like a big reveal. There's nothing. Divergent doesn't mean difference. It means there's more to the story. Sounds like bullshit to me, though, says the Smokeout Prods. Yeah. It sounded like a very legalese. What it sounded like to me was, and I love some of the people in the chat are just trying to rile me up. They're like, come on, Aaron, just fucking do it anyway. I think that sounded shittier than you think, you fuckers. That sounded to me like I'm not ready to admit responsibility yet. I'm not ready to admit guilt yet. So I got to still stay in the fight. That clip sounded like saving face. It's disappointing. That's disappointing. Witty McGee says, I thought most of your texts with Nick were on an encrypted app that you can't show now. I mean, I took screenshots before they started, delete. And apparently with the people I've spoken to, those are recoverable, so I'll go ahead and do that. I mean, that's got, Jesus, the group text alone. Joe Smash says, Aaron, if you would have stayed and did your part of the drugs, they would have been gone by the time the cops showed up. So it is my fault. If I would have been there doing some drugs, they would have gotten rid of all that shit, and it would have been over with. Super Happy Fun Time said, Nick said the guns were Aaron's. No, he didn't. Daniel Newman says Rekieta won't say anything direct or substantial until after the case is done. Jimmy says you can't screenshot encrypted apps. The fuck I can't. I've already got them. I mean, I could get more, but I've already got them. I've got the big K yourself tweet from Nick, or signal from Nick. I mean, did Aaron do illegal straw purchases of weapons at Midland Armory? No. So, yeah, that, you know what? I thought that was going to be way worse than it was. Way worse than it was. It's such a fucking... God damn it, I was ready to go like fucking old school steel toe on this one, and that wasn't that bad. He did say some other shit, though, about other people. That I thought was very interesting. And now here's the problem. Like, he's facing very serious charges. I mean, we're talking, 25 years is what we're talking about? 25 years. So this streaming shit has got to be few and far between for him. By the way, I noticed that he moved the he didn't move studios. He's just doing the stand-up in his sunroom. That's all. This is where we did karaoke. I stood there many times and sang songs. Kayla and I's favorite song to sing together, Mixed Drinks About Feelings by Eric Church and Susan Tedeschi. If you guys wanted a little fun little tidbit there, if you guys wanted a good trivia night, what was Aaron and Kayla's song that they would always sing together? Mixed Drinks About Feelings by Eric Church and Susan Tedeschi. You know what's really sweet about that woman? She learned that song in like 24 hours so that we could sing it together. And then we sang it a bunch of times, privately and publicly. She's such a fucking good singer. She puts everybody to shame. It's embarrassing to have to sing next to her because she just you're a wallflower. You're background if she's singing. Fuck, can that girl sing? Anyway, here's another clip. This is actually kind of funny. I'll give Nick credit for this one. This is hilarious. He brought the dog with him on the stream because we've all been wondering, based on the police report, where the fuck is Sonny?
Okay.
It's good to see that the dog is still alive.
Here we go. Here's Sonny. Hello, you stupid little retard. Woof, 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 woof. There we go.
So there's his doggy. Here's little Sonny. Now teach him how to piss and shit outside like a real dog. So he's not pissing and shitting in the bathroom.
This is, pugs are what we call like God's mistake. But, because look at it.
Look at that nose. Look at how fucking bent up and crooked and shitty that nose. God, that is a fucking destroyed nose. It looks like it's Tower 7. It's imploding. Oh my God. Cocaine can't melt steel beams, but boy, it can fuck up a nose, can it? Holy shit. It's so crooked. It's like a kid's maze on the back of a Perkins menu.
What are you even sniffing?
He's a drug dog now. That's what he's sniffing. He's doing his fucking job. He became a narc for the cops.
But yeah, so that being said, yeah, guys, dogs are so fucking annoying.
Dogs are so fucking annoying. Dude, you don't even have to do anything with that one. You didn't even teach it how to go to the bathroom outside. He also, it sounds like he hired this Larry Foreman guy to be his lawyer. Here we go. Here's the clip I wanted to play for you. It does sound like, for the most part, like he did an hour and a half. And it sounds like he stayed pretty well away from his case and shit. Even the stuff he said about me. Like, if someone says, like, divergent from the truth means that what Aaron said, like, there's more to the story. If that's what he's saying, naturally there's more to the story. There's a lot of shit I didn't see and hear. Again, the only thing I've been talking about is stuff I've seen with my own eyes firsthand, because I can back that up. I'm not going to go into, like, rumor and innuendo and shit like that and fucking gossip. Anything I tell you is shit that I went through. But if he's saying, no, but I saw shit he didn't see. Well, obviously, I saw shit you didn't see. You saw shit I didn't see.
The amount of bootlicking faggots out there.
Whoa, with the gay F words. Strong words for the man facing felony charges.
Like, the government said. All right. And by the way,
Nick, it's not the fucking CIA or the FBI. It's fucking Podunk, Mayberry, Candy, Ojai County. It's not like if you believe the local police that walked out of your house with fucking 26 grams of drugs and firearms. I mean, they walked them out. They it's documented. It's proven. Like, they came out of your house with that shit. You're sitting there going, oh, these bootlickers. Yeah, it's not like the CIA said that you were running weapons into fucking Panama. They went into your house and grabbed a bunch of shit out of it and had more than enough legal reason to do so. So, like, that's not bootlicking, Nick. That's people watching shit with their eyes, reading the information with their eyeballs, and coming to the conclusion that's staring you right in the face. So if your defense is really, you're going to be a 16-year-old fucking high school kid about this and go, what are you, some kind of a bootlicker? Are you going to really go with a 16-year-old fucking 2010 just discovered Ron Paul fucking defense? Oh, this is shit.
Bootlicking faggots includes a bunch of lawyers who at every
Lawyer, by the way, Nick, better lawyers than you who have represented more clients than you. Nick, the last client you have, you couldn't bother to get out of bed for fucking traffic court. Let's not pretend like these lawyers don't know more than you. Stop it. I will say this. I respect the man's arrogance in the face of certain doom. That is, in an odd way, it's an admirable quality. To stand there and be so arrogant when everything's staring you right in the face and has you dead to rights. Couldn't even bring himself to call me a liar because he knows a lot of these stories are fucking true. He had to look up at the sky, think about the words he's going to use, and go, well, I can't admit defeat. But I also, if I come out and say what he's saying isn't true, I know he has receipts, and I know the stories he's talking about, and they're absolutely correct. How do I say this in a way that doesn't bend me over and fuck me later, but I can still maintain my dignity? Oof. That's a fucking Papa Wallenda tightrope to walk if I've ever seen one.
every other time will tell you, you can't trust the government, you can't trust the narrative. And now they're like, oh man, look what they said. Look what the government said here. And they're like, just so happy.
It's not, no, Nick, they're not saying, look what the government said here. They're saying, look at what they brought out of your fucking house. That's like, let's say you have a dentist and he's known for upselling people on dental work. And you go, you can't trust that dentist. He's always trying to get you to put a crown or a filling on somewhere where you don't need it. Then you'd be like, okay, you can't really trust what that dentist said. But if the dentist pulls 4 fucking rotten teeth out of your head and shows it to people, they're not taking his word for it, Nicky baby. To paraphrase Scarface, they found 26 grams of cocaine in your bathroom. Nicky baby, it's hard to prove to a jury that you found it in a taxi cab. So I'm sorry, Nick. I know this is the cope you're going with because for some reason you think you can fight this thing. I think he'll change his tune once they shoot down his challenge to the search warrant because that warrant's fucking rock solid from every lawyer I've ever heard talk about this. But I think he'll change his tune after that. But for him to go, oh, these people who are believing this story, they're bootlickers. They're not believing a story, Nick. They're looking at the documentation of what was found in the house, and they're drawing very reasonable conclusions from it.
Happy about it.
Unless you're Ethan Van Sciver, and then you throw out a theory that the kids bought the cocaine. You know, all those 16-year-olds who are driving around buying blow. Ethan Van Sciver, by the way, I've never heard of him before this, is the biggest retard I've ever heard. Maybe he just likes Nick a lot and he's making himself look foolish. We do crazy things for those we love. Don't I know it? But that guy is, oh boy. We need to create a new phrase for over your skis because that one doesn't do it for him.
You can always find someone's true colors when they have the opportunity to stand by what they say.
What?
And they don't.
This motherfucker has lost his mind. There's nothing worse than a guy who's getting owned and has a smirk on his face like he's Lex Luthor and tricking everybody. And he's speaking in these vagaries. Dude, you're fucked. So is he talking about like the law tubers and everything else and everyone's being a bootlicker because they're believing what's come out? Nick, you forget. At least one person, me, has been to your house multiple times, has stayed over at your house multiple times. I know the shit they're talking about that they found in your house. I can visually see it. The results of the search warrant being executed are so vividly described that I can close my eyes and walk through to get to where they got and find what they found. So is he talking about like the law tubers? He's got this weird thing where if he's ever raised $5 for you, he expects your loyalty. Like the fucking Godfather. Oh, boy. That is fucking brutal, dude. Yeah, that's got to... I probably wouldn't... If I were him, I probably wouldn't do too many more streams. Kanuga Klonopin says, Aaron, it's your boyfriend. Be nice. Freedom's Lunch says, if EVS is a retard, Aaron is brain dead. If that's the case, one of us has been right on about everything. The other one has been EVS. Sorry. He's talking about himself standing by what he said about being monogamous, says Barat. It's very funny. Mega Johnny says, this guy is like trying to be funny with no perspective of how he looks doing this. This is a train wreck. Oh, get the brooms out. He's got his broom out. Oh, boy. That is, that is brutal. That wasn't bad. That, like, the response to me, at least the response to me was self-aware. That was good. That he kind of knows, he's like, look, if this goes any further, the stuff he said is pretty much 100% dead to rights. But how do I save face and say, I can't call him a liar because I know he can back up what he says. But how do I say this in a way where I can still fight my case? I'll just say a lot of the oratory you've heard about this is divergent with the truth, and you can judge Aaron based on his character. Nikki, sweetie, I don't think you're one to fucking talk about character at the moment. Ooh. All right, well, that was a fucking bust. He's afraid to go after you because he knows you can reveal more. Yes, Baranj, that's exactly it. And I won't. I mean, not publicly, obviously. Oh, boy, that was... I don't think he was trying... Like, okay, I won't say that was too brutal because it's not like he was trying to win his case with one stream. Honestly, all he wanted to do was probably save face and get on camera one time. And he did accomplish that, in fairness. And the production levels looked very good. Camelot said something about a hooker with chainsaw teeth. Yeah, the Camelot hooker thing was really weird to me because I don't know anything about any hookers. The Bad Luck Boys with $5 says, so you teased receipts and you're not delivering receipts. Cool. I mean, they're pretty bad, dude. I mean, I've read a couple. I've read some texts, but these are like in case of emergency break glass receipts. I mean, these receipts are gonna, I don't like fucking like, let's just say they're texts between myself and someone else and maybe some pictures of myself and someone else. That wasn't worth it. That really wasn't worth it. All right, here. We've got Geno coming in just a little bit. We'll get there. Oh, he's here. Oh, my God. I've been making him wait. There you are, buddy. What's going on? Uh-oh. Did he mute himself?
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
I literally just got it. You weren't making me wait, but it was I was enjoying the story time hour. I was just laying back and enjoying.
I'll be honest with you. I really was disappointed because I got tweets and I got people sending me stuff going, and the titles of the videos are Nick responds to Aaron. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. And it is nothing.
Do
you ever get ready? Do you ever, like I was saying this morning, I'm like, dude, I've got so many fucking.
Oh, by the way, let me interrupt.
Oh.
I get this. I grew up on a farm and I don't care. I get dermatitis on my hand and it's an old remedy where it's fine. There's nothing, but I get this weird funk between my fingers without being too gross. So I wear a glove and it's just something to do. So what were you saying?
You know what, Mersh? You know what? I'm going to say this. Mersh has a good point. Your title promises receipts. Deliver or leave it out of the title. You know what? I'm going to do this. It says responding with receipts. We should change the title. That's fair because I didn't have time to watch those videos before the show. So let's go responding with receipts. Let's call it Rumble Friday with Geno.
It's like practically the same.
Yeah.
I watched me and Kiana watched those clips too, and we both. It's what one of your it's what one of the people in the chat said, and I think everyone in the chat and everyone with half a brain knows he's not going to say anything. And I'll say it again: I know nothing. I don't know anything. I say this all the time. The truth will come out. But if you're waiting for Nick to say anything other than this legalese speak, because in my opinion, and I know nothing other than the text, the chats I've had with you, the texts I've had with your ex-wife, the people that are reaching out to Keanu, some rather impressive names coming into play, but that's for her to discuss. And it's what I always say, truth will come out. I'm just here to rumble every Friday.
Yeah.
I've built a career on fucking, saying the shit I want to say. But one of the things I've always said, and I will continue to say, and I said it during the lockdown. Ooh, look at this swanky new hoodie. I love this hoodie. They want you to stop using your common sense. And if you don't see every single thing Nick says, and I don't know what happened, okay? Yeah. I know I believe the thing you're telling me until I'm told to believe otherwise. But when you hear him say the oratory, the shit he said about you, are you nuts? Yeah. Are you fucking nuts? Stop. And everything he said, everything I've heard him say to people in text and stuff, it's just him saying, how can I get from point A, which is what happened and about, to point B, which is what I can fucking make you believe and walk away from. And I'll tell you what I genuinely believe is going on, okay? And I don't think I'm going to blow you away with some kind of fucking Alan Dershowitz fucking statement here. He's going to try and find a way to make it all go away. Not say it didn't happen. Not say he wasn't in a house with guns, drugs, and children. Not say that. But just find a way to make it feel like they shouldn't have been in there. Or you can't admit the evidence that I was in a house with guns, drugs, and children. Completely my opinion. But I've had it when people talk to us with this arrogant, he's just this. Let me tell you something I do know about Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta fucking reinvented the game. Nick Rekieta went from a child who was a trust fund kid, from what I've seen, spoiled, fucking had everything handed to him, and then said, you know what? Fucking, I'm going to do this not lawfare. That's what they're doing to Trump. I'm going to do this law tube. God forgive me.
Yeah.
Became a law tuber. Invented it. Front of the game. Made his bones with that fucking whatever case with Vic, with fucking Kyle Rittenhouse. Made 9 hours of Second Amendment boring shit daily. Fucking not only watchable, but goddamn entertaining. Then he moved to the fucking, he's like, oh, I did Second Amendment shit. And I'm not saying he fucking mapped this out, but then he went from that, had the other end of the spectrum, had fucking pop culture, had fucking Bravo fucking type shit with fucking Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Yeah. And once he fucking mastered that, he said, I'm not a law tuber. I'm a comedic genius. Let me sit here and tell stories about what? Cop doesn't know what he's getting at Denny's. It's not funny. Stop. Stay in your fucking lane, but you couldn't do it. You wanted to be some kind of pop star icon, wife swapping, doing drugs, fucking saying, well, I have 5 kids now, but doesn't mean I can't go back and live my life. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And now here we are. Here we are with some smug guy saying, well, the oratory doesn't really match. No one cares a cunt about your legalese. No one cares. Should have never left law tubing. Should have fucking, you should have really committed to the bit about your Catholic fucking faith. You should have committed to that, but you didn't. And here we are. And now you think I'm sitting there going like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens. No, Nick, you're in your own little law tube now, and the people you made famous are making money off of it.
Yeah.
And if you can survive this, fucking great. But go back and look at my receipts. Never said anything that I didn't know, and the truth will come out, and I'll be here drinking my coffee, smoking my sticks, bringing back Michael Jackson with a white trash glove.
Well, yeah,
that's fucking way.
That was my thing, is like people got me all riled up about this clip, and like I woke up and the clip, and I'm running up and getting the show ready, and people are like, oh, you had to see the clip before the show. I didn't have any fucking time. I didn't see any of this stuff I played before the show. And I got all worked up based on what people were saying. And I'm like, I'm bringing all the big guns out today, blah, 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 blah. I had this fucking big gun ready to go. And then I watched the clip and I just took the gun, looked at it like this and just put it right back in and went, well, that's not going to be needed. I mean, honestly, none of what he said changed anything. I've been 100% honest and right on with everything I've said so far. Every piece of documentation. I mean, check the record if you want to. Every piece of documentation that's come out regarding this thing has been 100% in line with what I've said. I feel pretty good about where I'm at. And when I saw that 47 seconds, first of all, when I saw it was 47 seconds, I was like, oh, he's just going to say nothing. And then sure enough, he just said nothing. So I don't know. It's smart. I want to say this. I don't want it to make it look like I'm baiting him into making some big mistake. Because one thing I know about him, he's not like a broadcasting beef feud guy. Like, that's my game. If he comes into like the radio beef, broadcasting beef, I'm going to chew him up and spit him out. So he's trying to stay out of that part of it, and he's not very good at it anyway. And he's also trying to save face with, like you said, with the legalese. So I think he navigated those waters well. He didn't really start any new shit. But he also didn't lay on his back and go, I'm guilty, I did it, everything, oh my God. He went, well, anytime someone has to go, well, the oratory has been divergent from where the truth is. That's
divergent. That was the other fucking
Yeah, that's
word.
a lawyer cunt way of lying, is what that is. That's a lawyer cunt way of lying. Because
it's not even lying, right? It's just lawyer cunt speak.
Of just not saying
absolutely
anything.
Nothing.
That's true, too. Because if someone was saying shit about me and it wasn't true, here's where I'm at. I'm bringing out my phone and I'm going, fuck that guy. He's a lying piece of shit, and here's why. He could have gone on that stream last night, and if I'm a lying piece of shit, if I'm lying, I'm crying, I ain't shedding a tear, as they say. He could have gone on that stream and he could have said, Aaron's full of fucking shit. Every word he says, it isn't true, blah, 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 blah. See, now then, if that's what came out last night, I could go, all right, let's send this one, let's send this one, let's send this one. Dude, the receipts I have are the kind of receipts where I'm going to have to involve myself and other people. And I don't want to do that unless I'm absolutely being challenged. I mean, if it's this guy's fucking lying, none of it's true, I'll go, well, here you go. But if it's, well, the oratory is divergent from where the truth actually lies, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then you know what? I'm still on solid ground here. What I've said still checks out.
I guarantee you he's just going, and am I wrong? Let me rephrase, because guarantee you, it sounds like I'm like, I guarantee you, let me tell you a little. But I'd be amazed if he's just not going to try and make the warrant fucking say it was an illegal search. So even though whatever was in the house may have been guns and drugs and kids and moldy clothing and fucking, piled up dishes and fucking, I believe the word you're looking for is squalor, doesn't matter. You can't look at that. So he'll say nothing other than, and sometimes I also think if I were to hazard a guess, because I'm not fucking BASHFUL shy, he's also doesn't, as my father used to say, doesn't know whether to shit or go blind. He's like, oh, we got to fucking look at everything. Doesn't even know which angle he's going to take yet, maybe. He just knows he's going to fucking take all his years of legal fucking training. And by that, I mean every fucking thing he learned fucking talking to actual lawyers, fucking, who practiced law and would show up for court dates on traffic tickets and see what they would say and do with everything. That's my opinion of it.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to head over to Rumble. Geno and I getting ready for Rumble Friday. Oops, there we go. If you're on YouTube, head on over to Rumble, Steel Toe Morning Show over there. We've got a full day ahead of us. Geno's going to scream and yell about God knows what. Oh, man, I'm sorry that what Nick came out with was pretty much nothing. God damn, man. I was ready to go. I was ready to go old school on this shit. And then he basically came out and did jack shit. You want to poke the guy with a stick and go, either fucking stream or don't. Don't come on and just say nothing. But anyway.
When I saw that 47-second. Sorry. It was fucking. All
right.
I was watching on my phone as well before you brought me on.
Let's head over to Rumble. Guys, hey, all of you in the YouTube chat, bring your brooms, bring your salty attitude. Come on over and watch us on Rumble. Steel Toe Morning Show. We love to have you guys there. Sorry that didn't go your way this morning. We'll talk to you in a little bit. And if you're on Rumble, we're coming right over.